Hi guys, I'm Madison. Welcome back to my channel, but if you're new, welcome to my channel. So, as a red by title of this video,
Yes guys, I am a 17-year-old with no driver's license.
and you all might be asking me,
Madison, how come you do not have a driver's license? You're 17, like what the heck?
I know, I shouldn't have gotten my permit and license before I turned 17, but I'll explain to you all why. Before I begin, make sure that you go down below now and subscribe because I'm almost up to 100 subscribers. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, comment down below, and turn on post notifications because, well, it's a requirement. Well, that being said, let's get started with this video. Alright, let's just start this video by saying, when, blah, 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 blah. The day when I turned 16, my one friend, in a group chat, she said, since you two are 16, you're allowed to drive. Well, if you didn't mean by you two, she meant my sister and myself. So that's what she meant by that. And also, when I was 16, my dad showed me a couple of road signs and some situations like, what does that road sign mean? What does that road sign mean? Blah, blah, blah. And I didn't really understand it that much. And I was like, okay, I'm not ready to take the permit test yet. So I waited until now, cause like I wanted to take my permit test before I graduate high school, and I wanted to take my permit test before I turn 18, or even when it's springtime. So, well, the number one thing that my dad told me is the goal is to get my license during the springtime or before spring. And so, yeah, that's what my dad told me. And also, I have been using this app ever since school started. It's called DMV Permit Practice Test, I think. I don't even know. The app is basically about where they ask you questions and you have to answer them, like answer the best question, like answer, like choose the best answer. Yeah, that's better. And like they actually tell you what was the right answer if you got the answer wrong, which was kind of shocking. I so far know all of the road signs. Do not quiz me in the comment section what kind of road sign is that, cause well, I am not answering them. And I was like, okay, sorry about that guys, my camera fell, well my iPad fell. So, oh, and as you can see, I'm in my area where I used to film my videos, probably during my sophomore or junior or freshman year, I don't remember. Then, right after, well actually before I even studied or started taking my permit test, my mom said,
all of the people, well basically all the seniors are going to be driving, like everyone is going to be driving, and what are you going to do?
And I was like, I'm going to start studying, don't you worry. So then right after that, I have been studying ever since September, and while I was using that app, I realized that the questions, well actually I didn't realize anything. What I found out is that the questions that were on that app was not on. Okay, let's just rephrase that to I've been studying since September, and I was in the study hall because my English teacher wasn't at school that day for some reason. And then I told my dad, hey, I'm ready. I've been studying since September, and I was in the study hall because my English teacher wasn't at school that day for some reason. And then I told my dad, hey, I'm ready to take my permit test during the week of Thanksgiving. And he was like, okay, sure, perfect. And we made an appointment because you have to schedule an appointment before you take the permit test, because you cannot just walk in it and like you can just walk up to like a desk or something like that and be like,
excuse me, I want to take my permit test, like where do I go?
and they might say I have to schedule an appointment to take the test because you can't just walk in and be like,
can I take the permit test? I just got here.
Like what I just said. My dad scheduled an appointment for today, and I was prepared. And also, after not using that DMV app that I have on my phone for like 2 weeks, I think. I searched up a video about DMV test questions and answers, and I found a video that was an hour, well, actually almost an hour long, and I was like,
well, that's a long video.
And I scrolled down the comments to make sure that that video was perfect. Like that video, like I want to make sure that video was helpful for the people. And guys, I searched up the one that is in New York State. I did not search up the one that is, well, I did not watch a DMV test for California, Florida, Utah, or Arkansas. I did not search up or look up or watch a video about permit tests in other states. I only did New York because I live in New York.
New York State, yeah. New York State. Be more specific next time.
And, well, I realized down the comments, one person said, all those tests, like all those questions and answers are going to be on the permit test. Like most of them, some said all of them are on a test. Some of them are, like someone said, most of them are on the test. And when I read that comment, I was like,
okay, I never knew this.
And those questions were based on road signs, situations, and road signs. If I said that already, I'm sorry. Oh, and also alcohol. Yeah. I first watched that video yesterday, and I read how long the questions are, and well, actually, I only focused on the questions from 1 to 20 because, well, in New York State, you get 20 questions if you live in New York State. If you live in California, I'm not sure how many questions you get. Or if you live in Florida, I have no idea how many questions you get. And on the top, it says 3 out of 137. And I was like,
who in the world gives a person or a people 135 questions on a permit test? That would take forever. Like, it would waste their time.
So I ended up watching the whole entire thing, and let me tell you all that I literally stayed up until 11 at night to get all the memories and the information in my head, and oh Lord. And I so far know most of the questions. I was only focused on questions 1 through 20 only because, like I just said. And so right after that, I was at school. I had my headphones on, stayed up until 11 at night to get all the memories and the information in my head, and oh Lord. And I so far know most of the questions. I was only focused on questions 1 through 20 only because, like I just said. And so right after that, I was at school. I had my headphones on, not my headphones, my earbuds on, and I was on the bus listening to it. I was in Earth Science listening to it. I was in Consumer Math listening to it, and a little bit of English and a little bit of Social Studies. So basically, I memorized. Well, actually, I listened to it almost like half the day because, well, I had a half day at school today. Yes. For a Thanksgiving break. And the other thing that I want to talk about is how did the test go? So I was all prepared. I was nervous because I started shaking, my heart started beating, and when they called my number to like a desk, like a person at a desk or something, I was like, oh my god. I had to fill out a form. Just kidding. I had to fill out, I had to write my name on this form, whatever, my full name. I'm not telling you my full name. And I just, well, the lady said, okay, you're gonna stand back and take a picture. And I had to take off my glasses because the reflection, like the flash, like, you know. And then right after that, I went to, well, she said, okay, we'll go to this, table or, a seat, and they'll call you up. And then when they called my number up again, I was like, oh my god, like my heart was beating really fast. I was like, okay, I need to calm down. Like, I had to stop being nervous. Like, being nervous is not gonna help. Cause like I try not to look at any other people's laptop or saying that I passed, cause it's gonna make me feel like even more nervous. So I had to fill out write my name on something. Then she said, go to this section, computer, and take the test, and good luck. So there were 20 questions on that test, and well, let me just tell you guys, the video that I have been watching, those questions were exactly the same that was on the test. I was like, oh my god, that question looked so familiar. I was like, oh my god. Yeah, I was in shock when I saw the same questions that were on that video. And those questions, well, some of them I already knew because I just did them really fast. I just tapped on next, then another question that I know, tap on the answer, yes, next answer that I knew, tap, next. And I skipped a couple questions because I didn't recognize them when I was taking it. I was like, oh, I do not know what that question is and what the answer is. Believe me, I studied way too much. So, after I skipped 4 questions, I think, and, right after that, before the test was over, I had to retake, well, I didn't retake, I had to do over the questions I skipped. And I chose the best answer I could. I tried them the best of my ability, and then, right on my right hand side where it said grade me or whatever it said, like I just did them really fast. I just tapped on next, then another question that I know, tap on the answer, yes, next answer that I knew, tap, next. And I skipped a couple questions because I didn't recognize them when I was taking it. I was like, oh, I do not know what that question is and what the answer is. Believe me, I studied way too much. So, after I skipped 4 questions, I think, and, right after that, before the test was over, I had to retake, well, I didn't retake, I had to do over the questions I skipped. And I chose the best answer I could. I tried them the best of my ability, and then, right on my right hand side where it said, grade me or whatever it said, when I looked down on my right hand side, it said pass, and I was like,
oh my god.
Like, I didn't say oh my god out loud, because just in case if a person's right next to me still taking the test, and he or she might be like,
did you just say oh my god? I think she passed.
And I was looking at the questions I got right and the questions I got wrong, and I got 4 questions wrong and 14 questions right, I think. And the questions that I had in total was 20, like it was supposed to get, like I was supposed to get. And then I thought whenever, like right after you're done with your permit test, you can just get up and go, but you can't, because you have to fill out something and someone has to pay for it because
permit tests are not free.
So after that, the lady that was at the desk, she said, okay, well, congratulations, Madison. Your permit test will be coming in the mail in 2 weeks. And I was like, okay. So then I also texted my mom first. Then I texted all my friends and family. But speaking of family,
I actually am going to see my family members on my dad's side of the family. I'm going to see almost all of them tomorrow. So it'll be a great idea if I surprise them with my permit test. I'm going to let them guess, and I want to see if they know what kind of car it is. I'm not telling them what kind of car it is. I just want them to read it and figure out what kind of paper is it.
so yeah. So that's what I'm going to do tomorrow. And also, I'm going to show you, actually, I'm not sure if I'm going to show you, but well, my mom called me, and what she said was kind of embarrassing. I'm not sure what in the world she said, but the call was probably like 15 minutes. I don't remember. And then I texted my friends, I texted my boyfriend, I texted my aunt, my cousin, because my cousins took their permit test before me. So it's very driving, so. So when I first saw the word pass, I was like, oh my god, I can't believe this. Like, wow. So now I have my permit test, well, not my permit test, so now I have my permit, and I might film my family reaction to the fact that I got my permit test. I might film that. If you want me to film that, just let me know in the comments, and I might do a Thanksgiving vlog this year if I want to. If I can't, then it's okay. So anyways, see you all.